In 1551, Nara, Japan, a 10-year-old girl threw a stone. She didn't mean any harm. The stone hit a deer. The deer died. And the girl was executed, beheaded. Her family lost everything. Their home was torn down. They were expelled from the city, all because of a deer. And today, that same species bows to strangers for crackers. This is the 1400-year story of Japan's most misunderstood animal. So there are mainly three things that most people, especially tourists, get wrong about the deers in Nara, Japan. Misconception 1. These are tourist deers. The deers in Nara are actually wild animals. They have never been domesticated. They have never been placed anywhere. In 1957, the Japanese government officially designated them as Kuni no Tennen Kinenbutsu, a national natural monument. That means they are protected under the same legal framework as ancient ruins and endangered ecosystems. Misconception 2 is that they're still religiously sacred. Historically, yes, the deer was literally considered divine, messengers of gods. But after World War II, Japan's new constitution mandated the separation of religion and state. The deer lost their official sacred status. They became a cultural and natural heritage symbol instead. Still protected, still beloved, but no longer officially the property of heaven. Misconception 3 is that they're just regular Japanese deer. This one was only proven false in 2023. A genetic study revealed that the Nara deer carry a lineage entirely distinct from all other Shika deer populations in Japan. Their bloodlines traces back over 1400 years to the very founding of Kasuga Taisha, a World Heritage Site that sits right across from the world-famous The Great Buddha of Nara. They are, genetically speaking, living artifacts. But to understand why a child was killed for accidentally throwing a stone at one, we need to go back, way back. The year is 768 CE. The city of Nara has just become Japan's first permanent imperial capital. The emperor needs divine protection for his new seat of power. And so, Kasuga Taisha is established at the foot of Mount Kasuga. According to the Shinto tradition, a deity, Takemi Kazuchi no Mikoto, the god of thunder and swords, was summoned from Kashima Jingu, a powerful shrine in what is now Ibaraki Prefecture. And he arrived riding a white deer. From that moment, the deer of Nara were not just animals. They were Shinroku, divine deer, sacred messengers. And the deer, protected by religious law, not just respected, not just appreciated, protected under penalty of death. In 1551, a 10-year-old girl is playing in the neighborhood of Motokomorimachi. She throws a stone, the stone hits a deer, and the deer dies. She was arrested, bound with rope, the same way adult criminals were bound. And then she was placed on a horse. She was paraded through the streets of Nara, through the crowds, through the city, circling Kofukuji in public humiliation. And then she is beheaded. She was 10 years old. Her family was punished under the principle of renza, collective guilt. Their home was demolished, and they were expelled from the city. All of this is recorded in the Kofukuji Ryakunen Daiki. This is not legend. This is not folklore. This is documented history. But was this normal? You might be thinking, surely this was an extreme case, a one-time thing? Well, it wasn't. From the Muromachi period through the early Edo period, killing a Shinroku was a capital offense, death. The 1551 execution of the 10-year-old girl is one of the most detailed surviving records, but the law itself was consistent. Deer outranked people. But that changed in 1670. A Nara magistrate named Mizoguchi Nobukatsu reformed the sentence. Death was replaced by exile or imprisonment. Still severe, but no longer ahead. From there, 3 major shifts happened that led these cute creatures to live peacefully and bow to tourists for a cracker. Shift 1, the Meiji era. Japan modernized and Western legal concepts entered. Shinto was restructured as state religion. And then, under the same restructuring, its relationship with certain older folk protections changed. The deer began to lose the absolute divine immunity they had held under earlier religious law. Shift 2. World War II and the new constitution. Japan's post-war constitution mandated the complete separation of religion and state. The deer could no longer be officially protected as divine property. Their sacred status was formally deinstitutionalized. And then shift 3, National Natural Monument. Rather than lose protection entirely, the deer were reclassified. In 1957, they were designated as Kuni no Tennen Kinenbutsu. Same protection, different justification. Back then it was 神聖なる神録を傷つけてはならぬ. Now it's この鹿たちは絶滅したら終わりなんだから傷つけたらダメだよ. And what's really interesting is that, as it turned out, both statements were actually true. In 2023, a team of researchers published a genetic study on the Nara deer population. What they found was extraordinary. The deer inside Nara Park carry a single, specific mitochondrial DNA haplotype, a genetic signature found nowhere else in Japan. Scientists label it S4. That lineage traces back over 1400 years, the exact same time around the founding of Kasuga Taisha in 768 CE. Think about what that means. When the rest of Japan was hunting Shika deer for food, fur, and sport, when the population collapsed across the archipelago, the deer of Nara survived inside a religious sanctuary. Not because anyone understood genetics, but because they believed the deer were gods. The shrine didn't just preserve a religious symbol, it accidentally preserved an ancient bloodline. But now that lineage is under threat. The very protection that created this genetic miracle is now creating a different kind of problem. The Japanese wolf was hunted down to extinction in the early 1900s. And with no natural predators, combined with humans restricting movements, the deer population around Nara has exploded. Deers are crossing out of the protected area into surrounding neighborhoods and farmland. The 2024 study found 7 different DNA haplotypes in the deer just outside the park boundaries, including S4, mixed with everything else. They're interbreeding with ordinary Shika deer from outside the sanctuary. If that mixing reaches the core population inside the park, the 1400-year-old genetic lineage disappears. The divine bloodline, unbroken since 768 CE, could end within a generation. So that's the story of the Nara deer and the poor girl. Oh, and by the way, every October, Nara holds a ceremony called Shika no Tsunogiri. A man called Seko used only ropes and their bare hands to chase and restrain male deer. Then Shinto priests ceremonially cut the antlers. This tradition is over 350 years old, and it dates to the Edo period. The deer of Nara have survived 1,000 years of human politics, religion, transformation, genetic isolation, and now the age of over-tourism. And when scientists finally looked at their DNA, they found 1,400 years of unbroken history written in every cell. So, the next time you see a deer bow in Nara, and you will see it if you visit, please respect the history, respect the culture, and respect the deer. If you're looking for more interesting, hidden history, culture, and tradition of Japan, subscribe and leave a comment. ご視聴ありがとうございました。さよなら。